Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. Hey, Nick Collier here, and we're in my office because I forgot to do an introduction on this next part of the video. And so we're going to do the intro from in here in this disaster of an office that I have because we are in the middle of repairing the roof. Well, the roof's been repaired for about a year. I'm now putting the sheetrock and doing the mud work on the sheetrock. And here, I'll swing you up there and show you where we're at. And you can kind of see that things are almost ready to texture. And basically the tree that fell on the house is right out that window right there, I believe. That's the tree. We ended up cutting it up, but that's the stump. And so, you know, it was what, about 2 foot across and 100 foot tall, and it landed right on this window, right about in that spot right there, and pretty much crushed the roof, shattered the window, and literally moved the entire building out by 1 inch. So now my front door closes on its own, and the deck outside got kind of smushed up. But we're slowly fixing it up, and we're going to be back in play here fairly soon. And I'm going to actually have my office back in position. Right now it's full of sheetrock dust and all kinds of crap. The next part of this video is about cutting a slot in this block that holds the 2 parts of the steady rest together, and then building the lock for that. So hang in there with me. We're going to have some fun. Okay, so we're going to take and clean up those surfaces and take 5/1000ths off each side. Just give ourselves a little bit more room. Well, good morning, Nick Collier once again. We're back to this project here, and oh, I don't know, it's been a week or 2 of doing other things for other people, and I just decided, you know, it's a couple days before Christmas. I'm going to give myself a Christmas present and jump back on this thing for the day. And we've got a few moves to make before this thing gets actually finished. I actually want to weld these things on and make them all cool and get them all finished, but I think we got something to do first, and that is, I'm going to bring you in close and show you. So when the steady rest opens and closes in order to get whatever it is that we're working on in there, it needs to have a place to clamp. And if you'll see, we cut this out, as I said, a couple of weeks ago, and now it's time to drill a hole in there and build a, in a sense, an eyebolt, but it has to be a fairly accurate eyebolt out of square material with threads coming out, you know, well, maybe actually only about that far, because this wants to go down onto the thread so that you've got something to lock onto, right? Right. So I think the first thing we need to do is build the eyebolt, and then we'll cut the hole, or drill the hole where the eyebolt lands. So that's the next step. Hang in there with me. Let's have some fun. Okay, we came up with a piece of, well, I think it's about 5/8, and we cut it at the width of the slot here. Well, it's probably not exactly the width of the slot, but we're going to just fake it a bit for right now. What we need to do is bring this down to 1/2 inch, and I believe it is 1/2 inch. Let's measure it and make sure. Well, it's a little bit bigger than 1/2 inch, which is good. So we're going to take this down to 1/2 inch. It's 630 right now, so we will need to come down 130 thousandths. Divide that by 2, of course, and we'll have 65 thousandths apiece. And we want to make it the depth of this slot, which is roughly 1 inch and 70 thousandths. So what's that going to give us? And this doesn't have to be that accurate, so we're not going for broke here. Just somewhere in that general area. All right, so take this there, bring this down just a little bit, bring this up a little bit more. Make sure you can still see, and you can just barely see, so we're going to kind of re-aim you. How's that? I think we're good. We're going to take just a skim cut. Just to get rid of the sponge. Done. Alright, we're going to stop there because we're almost there. Alright, there's our And I think what we want to do is come this way just a little bit. Somewhere in that general area. And that is going to give us just about what we're looking for. It feels like it's up a little high over here though, so I'm going to tap it down. That's better. All right, and so I'm seeing maybe 5 or so thousandths. And we wanted 65, so we want to come in and take off. Let's make sure we're good this way. Yeah, it looks pretty good. We're going to give it just a little bit more, and we're going to take, we wanted 65, and we're probably at 5 right now, so let's go to 60, 10, 20, 30 at a time. All right, that should get us something. Take it out. I'm going to take it over and take off some of this, the little trimmings there, and we'll be right back. Okay, we've trimmed it all and gotten rid of all the scunge. Now we're going to just flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. That should be a pretty straightforward deal. Nice and tight. Good. Okay, so we're just going to come straight across. All right, let's see what that looks like. Fits like a glove, just how we want it. Alright, so we got our 4-jaw chuck in. We got the square or the rectangle shape chucked up, and we set center with our lathe bit, and we measured from center out. Now, you know, we're not looking at super accurate here, so we don't have to really be real close, but you know, I wanted to be within 5 or 10, and we got ourselves nailed right dead center. And so what I want to do is trim this down all the way to here and make a bolt out of that. So what we want to do now is start it up, spin it up, and start cutting. We're 10 under, which is exactly where we want to be. So I think what I want to do is come in and trim off this outer edge here, and we need to rotate this a bit to do that. Take it to 45. I don't think it's going to reach. Let's do 45 this way. There we go. And nice. So now we're going to get a 1/2 inch die. We're going to run a 1/2 inch die down here and we'll have our threads in place. Alright, 1/2 by 20 die. We're going to back this up a bit. Bring in our tailstock. Extend it out a little bit. Close it off. Put our die in. Making sure it's nice and square. We're about halfway. We need to go about 3/4. A little bit more. Yeah. All right. we'll take it down a little further. Okay, that should do the trick. Let's take it out and have a look. All right, well, we want to put a hole dead center in that so that it can rotate in here. And so dead center, well, not dead center, because of course we don't have to be super accurate. But we'll find center right there. Put my cheater glasses on and come in real close. Let's get this down. All right, there's that. And that looks pretty good right there. Let's see what we can do spinning it up. Now we need the faster speed. Give that a try. Right on the money. Okay. We'll run a pilot bit in. And maybe slow it down a little bit. There we go. All the way through. Take that bit out, and I think we found a pin here. We're going to see if we can use this pin, and then we'll just divot the end to keep it in place, keep it from sliding. But it all depends on if I have a reamer for that pin. So let's go look for a reamer. All right, we've got a bit that's just a little under 1/2 inch. One size, in fact. And I think we should go slower just because, just to keep from hurting the bit. And a little oil. Straight down. Alright, that's good for that. Now we want to run the reamer down. Now I'm not going to use the reamer in this hole actually, but I want to test the hole to see how tight it's going to be. I'm probably going to take this one oversize a bit so it'll flip around and be nice and loose. There we go. And let's give our pin a try. Looks like it's going to be a good tight fit. So this is what we're going to do. Come on. Yeah, it's in there. We'll use this reamer, and probably the reamer, it says it's a 1/2 inch reamer, and I'm guessing that it's just a little bit old and a little bit dull, so it's undersized by just this smidge. So just perfect for this pin. So we want to take this out to a true 1/2 inch. I'm thinking let's just take it further out beyond the 1/2 inch, and we'll get a good ream going. That looks like it could do just about perfect. Bring it up. Lots of oil, and we'll run this baby down. And let's see how that how the pin does. Nice and smooth. Oh, maybe 5/1000 clearance. Just about perfect. Okay. So we'll get this out. And there is our what would that be, a clevis? Now, what we need to do is put this in play. And we certainly can't clamp it that way because there's nothing to clamp to, so we're going to have to clamp it from the other direction. And this is the way I think I want to play it, is we'll get that 1/2-inch bit. Well, we could almost use this. Bring it in. Let's tighten this up. Okay. Bring that down. And once again, doesn't have to be a super accurate hole here. Well, it wants to be a super accurate hole, but the position of the hole doesn't have to be super accurate. But I do want it just a little bit a ways from the wall, from this wall here. So that's where we pretty much want it, is right there. And I'm thinking somewhere right in there. What's that look like? I kind of like it. So let's just bring our little stud and just a little bit further. Take that out. Remove that. We're going to put ourselves a little countersink in here, or a pilot hole. And there is the ball game. We still have to round off this one edge so that it can rotate, and otherwise I think we're pretty well set. All right, maybe just a little bit of trimming the rough edges. Much better. And we've got a pin that will go in, but very, very difficult. There it is. Almost. There it goes. Yep. All right. All right, let's take this over, and I think what we're going to do is just grind it round rather than try to machine it round. And we'll be right back. All right, I think we got it. Let's go give it a try. Okay, here we are. Where's our upward? There it is right there. This goes in here like this. That looks like we got some burrs right in there. Come up with a file here and do a little deburring. Okay. Now it wants to go someplace like right in there. And let's take a little hammer. Find our center. There it is. That comes there. That goes down like that. It looks pretty good. Let's get the knob on it and see what that does. It looks like the bolt might just be a bit long, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Oh, it almost makes it. Come on, come on. No, it bottoms out about a 1/4 inch too short. So we just have to take 1/4 inch off of that. But otherwise, yeah, I think it looks pretty good. And of course, we'll get the pin all the way in and it'll be nice and tight. And this will just rock back and forth. I like it.